All right, so I'm going to play this all the way through, then we're going to get into it, so let's go. All right, so this is not based in just raw IQ, skill, and abilities, right? That's the major point that I'm trying to get across, in the fact that a lot of what happens in this game is just according to a narrative and a predetermined outcome, right? So a lot of what happens, is certain things transpire regardless of what actually makes the most sense according to skill set and abilities, right? So here's another scripted or a forced outcome, right? So now I have a guy right here. He's a far more dominant rebounder than this dude is right here, right? Far more dominant rebounder. But since the narrative is that computer is on a run, they're on a scoring run right now. We had them down 22 points to 6. Now they're about 6. Now it's 22 or 18 to 24. I think that just made it, if I'm not mistaken, that just made it 18. Now, so that is going to start to happen because the game is trying to engraft them back into the narrative. It's trying to make them out to be a greater competitor. It's trying to bring them in the game now, right? So now right here, this is clearly not supposed to have been his rebound. He jumps. First of all, he's allowed to just bully ball his way through my guy right here, right? They just forced this to happen. 2K is making this right here happen. It's not that he's a greater rebounder, a greater box out, or stronger. The game is computing. He's supposed to get the rebound, so the game is saying, okay, he gets the rebound, make him get the rebound, stop the other guy from getting it. That's what the algorithm is doing. So you look at where he jumps from the other side of the half circle. Do you see this bullshit right here? He jumps from the other side of the half circle. He goes by one great rebounder, great defender, great interior player, and he snatches it from another one who's even greater than the other guy is, right? So he comes off, he jumps, even though I'm naturally closer to it, my guy right here naturally closer to it, and it's coming his way. He jumps from the other side of the half circle and is allowed to snatch the rebound. That's not even the worst thing, right? So you go even further, you start to see he gets the rebound, and my man, his hand just goes right through the ball. He didn't knock it out of his hand, right? It's supposed to fall out his hand, right? His hand goes right through the ball. This is what happens when the narrative is thick enough, when it's scripted enough for certain things to transpire a certain way. Nothing else matters in 2K. Right, when the narrative is already written for certain things to go down, it doesn't matter everything else that makes sense according to basketball logic and just game IQ, the things that we value and cherish according to the game that makes it what it is. 2K completely nullifies and ignores basic logic, right? Because it's something that they want to happen already. So that goes down, and watch this. My man right here, he missed a rebound, and instead of trying to block this man's shot, he turns away to run up the court. Where the fuck are you going? You see what I'm getting at right here? Do you see what I'm saying? Because what's happening right here is what? The algorithm is making way for a computer to get the point. Where's this guy going? It's making way, is pushing all the pieces around for a computer to have a greater opportunity to do what they do, to get a bucket, right? So he turns around, he just starts going to a sprint like you on a damn fast break. Bro, you don't have the rebound. What are you doing? You do not have the rebound. Now let's take it back one more time. Let's look at all this all the way through again. You see this He Warrior shit this dude just did? This Conan the Barbarian ass dude just came and oh my goodness, man. Look at this. This is happening once again. Put it this way again. This is what happens when an algorithm is scripting something to go down, something to happen a certain way. A lot of dudes say, oh man, the game is this and that. No, it's not that 2K is flawed. They programmed it to have these problems because they're trying to give off the illusion that you're in the game and you're playing through a challenge and everything is, the computer is putting up a real fight, right? But anyway, peace.